Famous last words. So, actually, let's have a quick look. Do I want to look at 5 again? I forget. Okay. No touching the circles. So there are 2 rules that we need to obey. Just making a path of this one obeys whatever this rule is. But doing that obeys this rule. So there are 2 rules. Is it just do everything and don't touch the circles? Is that what it is? I mean, well, that's impossible in this. So we've satisfied one of the rules. Can we touch? No touching the circles. That is definitely one of the rules. What? That also fits. That also fits. Intriguing. I have no idea why these are satisfying some of the rules. What? I don't... Absolutely no idea why that worked. Please, Catnip, why did that work? Good evening, Art Davison, and happy birthday for last Thursday. I'm very sorry I wasn't streaming. I think I was probably lying on the couch to the left in a sweaty puddle. Good evening, I hope you're doing well, and happy birthday, Chris Dixon! You can't have an understand without a Dan. And unfortunately, I can't read without a D, an A, and an N. And in fact, 2 of them. There we go. Yes. Something to do with turds and such? Possibly. Oh, goodness. I can't remember. Can we remember? I don't remember any of the previous 6-1 through 6-5. So this was all about the negative space, if I remember rightly. Those were multiples of 3. Or something. I forget the rules. I forget the rules. Well, this could make this easier or harder. Okay, so that obeys both rules. That only obeys one rule, so we've probably got to touch all of the... okay. You can go backwards as well as forwards. Interesting. Oh, absolutely, Hollow. Let's see what can happen. Okay, it looks like we're always touching... Interesting. So you don't have to start or finish in a circle. Okay. So that's obeying. That obeys one of the rules. This obeys the other rules. So it just needs to confirm that. I mean, November is clearly the better month for birthdays. Now, why? Why? Because we had to touch the squares in that one, and we couldn't touch the square in this one. Don't understand why. See, there's only one circle now. So I'm happy for people to posit and guess on this set, because what? Okay, this should help narrow us down. Number of turns. So that's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns in it. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 turns in it. No turns in it. But that also has no turns in it. There. Well, yes, absolutely, Hollow. Interesting. See, I thought that would have worked, but Well. Well, well, well. Interesting. I am absolutely bum puzzled on this one, as someone on Survivor used to say. Yeah, yes, but you could sort of have more. You could have much quicker guesses on this. But wow, I'm absolutely confused. It is a lot more abstract as well, Vecna. So yeah, I do not think you'll like this game. But please come, stay for the witty repartee. Bye. Absolutely not a Scooby. That sort of divides it up into different things. I do notice that there's quite often just one thing left over. What are you talking about, Chris? You are still young. Not energetic, mind you, but still young. Mind you. Yeah. Talking about energy, I've already had 2 1-hour naps today. Well, I can't remember, Caroline. That's the part of the... What is this last level? So there's 9 levels in this set, 9 puzzles in this level 6, 7. They're all lovely circles and squares, and now you get this. No, I've got no idea. I've got no idea. So it's a 5 or 6. Is it leave it with unequal sets of stuff? Because I mean that's all unequal except for that one. So let's not do that one. I mean that's unequal, and there's 1 in each thing. Maybe they've got to be 1 apart from each other because. Let's try that. Because that's a 3 and a 2. So all I have to do is now actually solve that one. So aside from this first one, and this second one, which doesn't have anything at all, there's always 1 thing in the negative space. Squares and circles are separated in that one. Squares and circles are separated in that. But they're combined in that one. And then it was 2, and then it was 2. Hang on. Gap of 2, and then... Oh, it's that... Space 1. Space 1. It's always you do the next one after the same amount of things. So this one, there's always a gap of 1 in between the things. This, because there's only 2, it doesn't matter. Doesn't explain half of this behaviour though, because that would work, and it didn't. It had to be that. But that was 2, 2, and then 4. No, 3. The 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, and 4. Duh, 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 duh. I think that's, but maybe I then don't have to do one of the, don't have to leave, I have to leave one of them. Oh, that satisfies none of the rules. Thought I was onto a good thing there. I feel like it's close. I feel like that's close. I'm just doing this now, aren't I? Yes, I am. Work. Work. That's a shame. It's a shame because we've got this. Now, why has that worked? That's also... No, nothing. And as soon as I get one, Chris, then that's sort of that one solved. So, is that touch all the circles? Can't be touch all the circles because this one isn't touched, and yet that's been satisfied. But that's 3, and that's 2. That satisfies that rule. That satisfies both rules. I can't get this at all. This is not helped by having had a 2-week gap in the middle of this world, I will admit. So it's 1, 2... At least we know we don't have to start anywhere in particular. Not that it's helping! Interesting. So that is 1, 2, so a gap of sort of... I don't know whether to call that a gap of 3 or a gap of 4 because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's also, it uses 3 other squares. 1. So that, but if I do that shape, okay, that shape there also works. That shape there also works. So is it not 2 turns in a row? No, because we had turns in a row here, here, here. We had turns very much in a row there. Don't want to have to come back to this. Yes, absolutely, Chris. All the rules in 6-7 apply to all the 6-7 puzzles, but not outside of 6-7. That fits this second rule. That fits the second rule. So can we just... what can we get that triggers the first rule? Can we get anything? The answer is no. That's a good question. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. May not have been exactly right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's the same exact path. Was it all the circles? Oh yes, in this one it was. So, okay. So, yes, it looks like on this one I have to touch all the circles. Okay. So okay, good work, Jerso. So it's now just getting that other part of it going. Equal size next. Well, we had 1 and 4 there. 1 and 1, and obviously that one's just on its own. 2, 1, nothing, 3. Although in this one, that's 6 plays 2, so 1's 3 times the size of the other. 1 plays 3, that's 1 plays 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is it just a multiple of 3? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Damn it. In puzzle 2, do you have to start on an empty square? Doesn't matter which way around to do it. And this is an irrelevant square. All I have to do is touch them all. It doesn't matter whether it's this square or that square. So that obeys rule 1. Sorry, by which I mean rule 2. In fact, any square just obeys it in that one. Interesting. This is the only one that's 3 tall. So I'm going to keep it in just 2 levels of it, except for I've marked it up now. I think I'm going to move on, unless someone could very kindly look up a guide for me. If anyone is willing to do that, let me know. I think I'm going to move on just because I want to explore more levels. So I have to touch all the circles here. And yes, it's just trial and error. Probably could. There's no rotational symmetry. I don't know what's going on. If someone would like to look it up, I would love that. For now, I'm going to come back to it because I can't complete this star yet. Because I need to complete that other puzzle in the middle. So I'm going to come back to that one. So that is 6, 7. 6, 7, 8 is the almost a step song and is the puzzle that I'm stuck on. Oh, I can't not. I don't know why I'm trying to fill them all in either. But I'm not spotting it. So so as long as I don't click what is it about that circle? Maybe I have to start and or finish on one of those? No, but that's the other side. So these 2 circles on their own do not obey any rules, but all the other squares do obey. So what is it about that square and that square? What is it about? Is it I must start and finish in those squares? Doesn't make any sense. Have you had a thought or looked up an answer, Jerso? Please tell me. Please tell me I've got help. That obeys the left rule, which is touch all the circles, we think, on this one. But then, if it was touch all circles, that the rule isn't consistent across all the puzzles for this one, for example, so it can't be touch all the circles. You can't find anyone who solved it. Well, in that case, I gotta run away. Oh my goodness. Maybe it's a broken level. He says, blaming the game. I'm gonna run away. Running away on that one. Okay, 6, 8. Let's have a look. Okay. 4 rules that we have to what was it? Satisfy. Intriguing. That also works. So it looks like we're splitting up the circles in some way. Oh, interesting. Also works. Does not work, interestingly enough. So it has to be pairs of some kind. So I think touching all the squares. So these are all the same shape, I notice. I mean, they're the same shape, but then why that didn't work earlier, I don't know. I mean, this is all kinds of different, isn't it? So this satisfies 2 rules. That on its own satisfies 1. Yeah, don't touch either circles. No touch either circles. So do they have to be in the same size of field if I do isolate them? That would make sense. I don't have to start in there. So that gives us a field of 2. And that is another field of 2. And that touches all the squares. Interesting. So there's 1 circle in each. Despite the fact there were 2 circles in both of these puzzles, but they are the same rotationally as well. So those are rotationally the same. Oh, hello. That's 3. So I'm just amused by the fact that you found something, but it was not right. Don't know why I found that amusing, but it did. Okay, there's definitely something to do with symmetry in this, isn't there? Because those are exactly rotationally symmetric. These off bits. Okay. Okay. I could possibly just isolate all those, but I think they've got to be paired up, and I want them paired up in sort of an L shape. Well, we'll come back to that in a momentito, Arch. How do I get sort of this L and that L? I can't do that path, can I? Because you get sort of screwed up in this little 2x2, and then there's no way of getting up here either. Maybe it's an L shape instead. Well, I mean, it could be this one actually, that one and that one. Oh, it's the same problem. Maybe it's like that instead. Okay, actually, I can see that potentially working. No, I can't. Yeah, no, I can't. I mean, that's not terrible, is it? That is interesting. Just sort of have to, well, I can do that. No, I just have to get rid of all those 5 and that one. When you start above the first circle, this one. So there's this extra square. But if I start there, there we go. There we are. So definitely rotational symmetric. Just have to do. I just have to touch everything and hope that it works. Maybe not. Maybe not. There we go, because that's rotationally symmetric. Okay. Should be that. Now, why not? Because that's 3 pieces that are all rotationally symmetric, because all you have to do is rotate that upside down. So, okay. They were paired in that one. They're on their own in that one, paired in that one. But now there's 3. But now there's 3 circles. Evening, Aidan. Just tried that as well. Knew that wouldn't work. Okay. Well, we know we can't touch the circles. Well, this is irritating. Why are there 3 circles? Can I do it in sets of 2? I could do it in sets of 2. Darn. I mean, do I just isolate them? I don't think that's possible. I don't think it's possible. Yeah, I'd have to start here or something. Okay. Yeah, I'd need to finish either here or here. But that's irritating. So I know that one's in the middle. I'm just wondering. That one there. That one there, that one there. You think it has to be 2 negative spaces. That would make sense. That are 180 degree rotated. So does this mean that I have to go through one of the circles? Maybe this means I have to go through. I have to use one of the circles. Really hoping that would work, because those are 180 degrees different. There are 4 rules, and of course I've not actually really worked out what they are. You think 2 1x3s? Yes, okay. And then, so I want this one on its own, and then I want these in rotationally symmetric. So, oof. I don't like this level. Don't like it. Oh, hey, Rufus. Guess what? Guess who else does not understand? So I think this one needs to not be done, and then it's something like that and that. So it's those 7 squares that need to not be in the path. It's just finding it. Because I'm not finding it. There's too many. Make it an L. Make it an L because it's not working otherwise. Like that. Ah! What do you think, Mr. Foxy? I thought that was a good idea, though. I thought that was a good idea. Neil, tell me how. Tell me how. So if this is row 1, this is row 2, row 3, column 1, column 2, column 3, and so on. So we start at the top left. I mean, I can do that just in case, but it isn't that. Start row 4, column 1. Okay. Down 4 right. I'm assuming up and 3 left. Intrigued. And then up. So that gives us that. And then fill in this. Is what Arch says. 3 right, down 3 left. Disappointing. Yes. But I'm going to do that. So it's now 2 L shapes. What? What? Let's just run away. Let's just run away. Sometimes it does not matter how the sausage is made, other than you get to eat a tasty sausage. So, just gonna go on. Okay, that's 6-8. So 6-7. Someone had something for 6-7, 6-7-9, I think it was. Potential guess. 6-7-8, indeed. So we genuinely solved at that set of levels without knowing what the flipping heck was going on. There was something to do with rotational symmetry, but what was the circle doing? I don't know. Anyway, this one probably got to touch all the circles. So, whoever had a guess, make yourself known. Present yourself to the front of the class. And it is time to regale us with your wisdom. The block of filled-in squares must be left-right symmetric. Clearly false. Yeah, because this one doesn't matter whether we do this last square or not. And it's not about whether you touch a particular... I'm just going to try one thing, actually. Just go around the outside. Darn. Maybe left-right symmetric. The filled-in squares with things in them must be left-right symmetric. So, okay. Oh, okay. It doesn't work with that. Works there, but then why? This one isn't filled in, and that only obeys half of it. Because that's that, but we can also do that. Doesn't work there. Don't quite understand how that one fits into it. Because that would surely work. That's got all kinds of lovely symmetry. So it shapes left-right symmetric. I don't know what that means. Because surely that's left-right symmetric. That's got a vertical line of symmetry, but it isn't about vertical lines of symmetry. Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. This one has no matching counterpart on the other side, so we do not select it. Okay. Okay. And if it's in the middle, it must be. Okay, so that is the main rule. So what the ones that I need to highlight, definitely that one and that one. And the next one inside, but not the next one. Oh, so it's this one and this one, not the next one. Is this one. Neither the next two, so it's then 2 and then 2. Hey! Perfect. Perfect. Thank you very much, everyone. So why didn't I have to highlight those? I don't know. I'm just going to run away. Run away. 6, 9. 5 rules. At least one of them. This middle one is don't touch the triangle. Start in the circle, end in the square. Yep. First rule, start in the circle. Second rule, end in the square. Third rule, don't touch the triangle. Fourth rule and fifth rule remain to be seen. I mean, finally we've got one that it hasn't obeyed, but okay. Start in a circle, end in a square. Don't touch triangle. Probably some form of symmetry going on. Interesting. So, okay, so it looks like the negative space that the triangle occupies needs to be double in total. So there's 4 squares here and 2 triangles. 2 squares, 1 triangle. So if I do that, it won't work. Also because I didn't finish in a square. Ah, that's irritating that doesn't work for this one. Darn. But it's something like that. You've got to limit essentially the number of spaces that the triangles are in. All the triangles occupy the negative space though. So you can't have a second set of negative space with nothing in. It's pretty much catnip. It's very close to that, isn't it? Let us do better than that. And it's always in a straight line as well for that. So I think it's just got to be that I don't touch. Oh dear. Okay. I mean, all I can see is that for this. That's not good. That's absolutely not going to work. So let's try. Oh no! Oh no! No! Because this tango. It wasn't a straight line for this, of course, that's a square. But it always touches the edge. They're bounded to the edge. They have to touch the edge. So, I mean, those are very much touching the edge, but let's do that. I don't know why. Yeah, no, don't know why I bothered doing that. That's all right, isn't it? That's I think that's what I just did. Okay, what about that? Okay. Je ne sais pas. But let's move on to 610. I love the fact that we're solving this without doing a thing. Okay, don't touch the circles. Yes, one rule is don't touch the circles. Another rule is probably keep all the circles in the same area, and then another rule is half and half. No circles in this one at all. So no touching the things. Okay. Your guess is going to be as good as mine here. I mean, this game is literally what am I thinking? That is what the game is. Do that again, but without the last square. Absolutely no idea. Sorry, Aidan. Okay, there's two. There's two rules. So that's one is not touching the circles. It's three rules though. That didn't obey this third rule. Oh, is it that the piece must be rotationally symmetric? So the negative space, if I rotate it 180, it's still the same. So if I just do that, there we go. So no touching the circles, that's this first one. The second rule, I think, yes, it's this third rule that is rotational symmetry of the negative space. we are. That works. Might be able to get away with that. I can, interestingly. So so there can be places that don't even have a square in or a circle in or something like that. Interesting. No. Oh, okay. Yeah, because the whole thing is then rotationally symmetric. Cheeky, very cheeky. Interesting. Oh, that is because I have not done it right. That should work. No, that won't work. Can it be right through the middle? No, it can't, because these negative spaces then wouldn't be 180 degrees symmetrical, I think. Kappa. There's probably auto modding has gone on at some point. It probably has a meaning that I wasn't either entirely happy with, or one of the mods wasn't entirely happy with. Okay, why has that not worked? Because I've touched the triangle. Oh, what if I do that? There we go. They're all in things that are 180 degree. Oh, okay, no, that's fine. That no, it's not fine. That should be no. Yes, that should. That'll be fine. Just needed to allow an extra space for that. For that one. So this one seems to be. Oh dear. So it's got to be rotationally symmetric. Fine. Okay. Oh, this is irritating. I thought it was going to be. Whoops. I thought it was going to look like. Wow, I'm out of control today. That. But then that gets in the way. So it's got to be like that for that one. And this one, probably a similar thing. So let's trace out that. So that's traced out that one. And then we can trace out that one, can't we? I think that's looking pretty good. Okay, good. Right, final one. So that triangle probably has to be on its own or a 1x3. And as soon as we do that, that will muck up the squares. So that triangle is almost certainly on its own. Ooh, maybe not. So that is that. So I'm going to start here. And I'm going to finish here when I've done everything else, I think. So let's do that. Oh, that could be a no. That can't be a 2x3. Ooh. So let's go back there. That does that. Okay. So that's coming along into there nicely. Once I do that, okay. So I've got to go down. Got to go across. That's looking good. How about this? 3, 2, 1. Hey! Okay. Don't know what the rules were, but I knew what was enough. Okay, so those are the same levels. Time for the question mark, which takes everything we've learned and makes it 10 times worse. I mean, why? So that's 4. That's 3. That's 2. That's still 2. Start in a square is this first rule. Finish in a circle is this second rule. Touch the triangle is rule 3, and whatever it remains to be seen for the next one. So start there, go through there, Oh, there's 2 triangles. What? Why am I only doing 1 wall? What am I... What? Now I'm going to just undo this one because sometimes they interact with each other. See? That somehow interacted with it. Maybe not, actually. Interesting. That one wants me to touch the star. But on that one, I cannot touch the star. Whoops. Interesting. So there's something different about that square. That one. Well, of course, I'm finishing in that one. So maybe it's not the. Maybe it's started the top left, finishing the bottom left. Maybe. It's not finishing the bottom left. Start in the top left, finish in the circle, but then they're in the same place. Oh dear, what is going on? Excellent. Now we're dealing with symmetry and things like that. I'm going to go on to the next one and just see if anything happens. Because sometimes you can leave the outside of the box or things can happen. Interesting. That is a... I mean, it does have... No, it doesn't have any form of symmetry on that one. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. So what's 4? Hello. Well, hello. That's all kinds of pain. That is this one, isn't it? So this one... Okay, so this... level 3... is actually somehow... tracing out level 5. So what if I have to trace out the answer to 5 on 3? So the answer would be something like that. So if I now trace that out, that's 2 correct. Oh my. And the answer to 3 would be the same but rotated like that. Darn. Okay. Oh my. So that is, I think, number 2, I think, or something like that. And that's number 1. Oh my goodness. So these have got to be solved as a set of 7. Wonder why. It'll be to do with an emoji. It'll be to do with an emoji. I'll make sure that I do, Hollow. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. I'm very tempted to run away. Very tempted to run away because I want to just keep on exploring. We've been here an hour. I've only done 5 levels technically. Sometimes it's gone slow, but sometimes it hasn't. I think it's been quite enjoyable, but I don't know what's going on here. So that is in number 7. Go to number 7. It's in number 7, but it is reflected, interestingly enough. And in number 7, it starts in the circle and finishes in the square and goes through the star. So it is that it starts in a circle, goes through a star, but it's reflected. Oh my goodness. Okay. So number 2. Yeah, this is why there's 7, because number 2 and 6 must reflect. Yes, okay, so I need to start. So I need to do essentially that, but reflected. So I'm now going to go here and do that as a reflection. I don't need to do it as a reflection, I just need to do that, don't I? Oh. Darn it. So that's why 4, which is the center of this pyramid, has its own reflection. And not touch that. Do the paths need to not touch? That would make sense. That would make sense. So, but I can't get from there to there without them crossing over at some point in time because of this middle line. So... Interesting. Maybe the shadow line, the fainter grey, must touch one of the things, say the star, and the bright line must touch the triangle but not the star. It's close. It's an interesting idea. Oh, absolutely. I feel like solving 1 and 7 and 4 will be the key, because then you can apply, because it's a pyramid, it's all reflected about number 4. Which then, in number 7, if we zoom over, because we do that, so do I have to do the same for that? Of course, we can't see what we have and haven't obeyed in number 7, which is a bit irritating, so maybe we should look at 2 and 6, or 3 and 5. So we can see the reflection there. It's definitely something to do with reflecting about this number 4. If I can get this one to work, then I'll carry on a little bit on this one. But if I can't get this one to work, as I suspect, then I'm going to go to world 7. Okay. So that, yes, okay, so rule number 1 is the opposite starts in a circle. So it doesn't matter what I'm doing, all that actually really matters is what the other one is doing. That's 2 out of 3. Maybe. What? That's wrong. So that starts in the circle, touches that, and finishes in the square. So it's circle, star, square, but for the opposite half. I think. So for this one, it's there. So that's why it worked, because circle, star, square. That's why number 1 worked. So number 7, we need number 7. So we've got circle down there, star up there, and square there. So I need to go down there and up there. That will work later, he says, with confidence. Because I think this one can't say yes until everything else has said yes. So I think that's actually correct. 2. So 2, so we're going to put on 6. Don't know whether we need both of these, but... So I've got a piece of paper here. So I'm just doing some doodling there. So it's the star, isn't it? Not the triangle that I'm after. Have I done that wrong? Is that why? Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. So I need the stars, not the triangles. So I need to get essentially... Have I done that first one right? So this is what I need. That's the path I need to check. So if I now go to here, it will actually be drawn, so I can now do that. There you go. But on this one, so we need to start here. So I need to start here. And so it's there. And I'm finishing. So we need to start here. Star. But there's a triangle here and here. So in 1, down all the way. Okay. So it'd be in 1, down all the way, and then up all the way. Yes! It's working. We're getting there. So we've done 1 and I think 7, 2 and 4, 2 and 5 done. So we need to do 4 is done. So we need to do 3 and 5. So for this first one, we can just trace it out. There's 3 stars. Do I need to do that? Yes, I do. Okay, well that's a nice, easy thing to trace out. And okay, fine, I can deal with that. That's that. And we're going to be starting here instead. I just need to do it rotationally. I can't fit it in my head, so there. Okay. So, there, in one there. Oh, what have I not done right? I've done it the wrong way around. So need to do it. Need to start here, and then do it that way, and that should be everything. Aside from possibly this one. So that is wrong. So we start here. Oh, so I need to flip it. Flip it, flip it, flip it. So it'll be that. Hooray! Wow, that is good, solid work from me there. Not to toot my own horn, but that hurt my head. Woo! So that is that whole thing done? Or did we still get stuck on 6, 7, 8? Or did we solve it? Good evening, Cola Bean. Did we solve 6, 7, 8? We did. We did. So that whole world is done. Good evening, Cola Bean. I might be seeing you later this week. I don't know, but I'm hoping to. Let's have a look at world 7. Oh, there it is. Found it. So that was all about that. Don't quite know how that went. So these levels will be based on these 4 arrows. Okay, I think we have to go through all the triangles, and you have to go through in the direction that it's pointing. That's my guess. Yeah, that's looking good. So do that. Whoops. So you have to go through the arrows in the direction that it's pointing. Now, why hasn't that worked? Because that worked. Oh, you must actually make sure you go through them. Okay, well, we can do that. Ah! Okay. Oh, no, because this one, you'll need to do that. And then that. There we go. Okay, simple start. Simple. It's going to get much worse. These have been the same level so far. What's the new rule? Whoops. That's no longer working. Why are you no longer working? Now you're doing it that way. So maybe it's not that you must flop out the other side of the arrow. You must go into the arrow. So it's going into the arrow rather than flopping out the other side. And I apologise for using the word flopping out. 10 years ago, the Cola Bean was with me 10 years ago. We were having a nice Chinese meal. I submitted my thesis 10 years ago. 10 years ago today. Cola, do you remember? Because it was the Olympic opening ceremony. We had a meal to celebrate my submission. And the Cola Bean was there. So I think you need to go in. Yeah, there you go. Happy birthday, Catnip! Happy birthday. Now, are these going to be Jupiter years? I don't know whether that's a good thing or not. But anyway, happy birthday, Catnip! I know, right? So that's going into there. No, we're going to start there. Ooh, no, we're going to start there. And then go there. Ooh, how do I get this last one? So that's that. But then I can't get both of the others because I could do that. Oh, so just start there and do that. There we go. Ding ding! 7-2 done. 7-3. We're now over halfway through the game. Okay, suspicious. Suspicious. There's 3 of them. Why are there 3 of you? Oh, very nice. Very nice. Enjoy your time off, Neil. Do I have to... It's not everything. So is it both in and out? And shake it all about. In and out. In and out. In and out. In and out. I think it's both in and out. So... that one should be dead easy then. Okay! It is not. Okay. Okay. Do I have to do both of... I have to do all the types of one arrow first. Obviously does not matter in this instance. Ooh, I have to do that though. Interesting. So is it always right first then left? Is it always... Oh no, of course there's two of the same type here. Duh. Work out the rule, then continue to apply it. Don't ignore it. So that's that, and then I can go through there. So I've done the 3 up arrows, but now I need to do all the other arrows. So I think I've started in a bad place for that. Let's try this one first. And oh no, let's not. Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that, Neil. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I hope... I mean, I've sort of got a similar situation coming up in that towards the end of... Oh, that should work, shouldn't it? No. Yes. That will work. In that my contract ends at the end of October. This looks like Dance Dance Revolution, doesn't it? So I have this coming up as well, but I hope you have some nice relaxed time, because it's very annoying, you know. But good luck. I mean, that's just that, right? So how do I do this final one? I get stuck here. So let's actually let's do these first, because then it doesn't matter where I go after that. No likey. That's that. But then how do I do it again? Maybe I'll come to it at the end. Oh, I'm not sure I do, because the arrow gets stuck. So therefore, actually what I do is this. There we go. That will work. Hooray! And it also shows that you can do 2 arrows in a row there. Good. 7-3. 7-4. What? What? So no touch the arrows? No, you can touch it. Oh, what? So this is probably pointing at this square. So I need to go through this square. Yes. So I just need to occupy all the squares that the arrows point at. So this one and this one. Whoops. Good. That one and that one. Good. And it doesn't matter which order. So this one, that one, that one. So does this mean that if, as long as I just fill the entire grid, it'll work? No. So it doesn't like it if you do that. So you've got to be a little bit more discerning. So that... Okay. So because that one is being pointed at twice, I just need to visit it once. And that one's being pointed at by 2. Okay. So there's this one. And that one. And then there's that one and that one. So is that. That. And that. Okay. Oh, good. Well, I'm very pleased to hear that, Neil. Because that is... not knowing what your next move is incredibly stressful. What's going on here? Like, I don't know my next move in this game. So getting there and there, that obviously that does satisfy both rules, but what are both the rules? So one of the rules is clearly, okay, you need to touch the things that the arrows are pointing at. Is it not touch the things that the bases? So I need to not touch this one and not touch this one. That can't be right, because I need to touch this one. Oh no, yeah, but I can go through. I can do that. Okay. Because that one is the base of that one, so it isn't being... oh no, I'm touching that one. So I need to touch this one, but I can't touch there or there. Oh, so I need to do that. There we go. There we are. Boom. Points. 7-4. 52.6% of the way through the game. Level 7-5, which is the 65th level. Okay, why do you want to do that? Is it touch all the squares that are not being pointed at? That is my current guess. Can't be that. That one's not being pointed at. So that is touching everything that isn't being pointed at. That's a shame. That obeys one of the rules. That's interesting. That obeys one of the rules, and that obeys the same rule. What? So that's being pointed at by that. Fine. What? Hang on. Okay, this is pointing at that arrow. That is pointing at this arrow. That is pointing at that arrow. That is pointing at that arrow. You have to point at the arrows that are being pointed at. So it's just this one. Because those two... ah, okay. Because that one is technically pointing at that one, but this one gets in the way. So arrows block the view. So these two need to be touched, and that's it. Good. That one needs touching. That one needs touching. And that one. Okay. Oh, goodness. That's pointing at nothing. Nothing. That's pointing at this one. That one's being pointed at. That one's being pointed at. And this one. I think that's everything. Hooray! We've just done 5 levels in about 10 minutes. So that's good. I should probably tell you what I've got coming up for the rest of the week, actually, whilst I remember. So, what have I got coming up? Tomorrow, I'm doing 2 more cryptic crosswords, a variety cryptic and a recent one from The Independent. And then next week, I'll be doing Puzzle Boat 7, where I'm going to say we're 2/3 of the way through it now. We're about there. We're getting pretty close. And then more Understand next week, because we won't finish it tonight, despite what I would like. We won't finish it tonight. Though so far this is going fairly smoothishly. And I'm fully prepared to now regret that. Okay, so my guess is we've got to go from the back of an arrow to the front of an arrow without going through the arrow. Yeah, back of the arrow, front of the arrow, back of the arrow, front of the arrow, without going through the arrows. Okay, so that looks like that is what we are doing. Whoops. Okay. Okay, why has that not been successful? Do I have to do arrows in a certain order? That's my next guess. So I have to do arrows in the different order. So I can't do the same arrow twice in a row. Okay, once you've started an arrow, you need to do that arrow next. I think I happen to have done that. Yes. Yes, you have to finish that arrow first. So I can do... oh, I don't know how this will work because 2 things are pointing at that. So we'll do that first, and then we'll do that. Oh, no, we won't. We'll do that one last. Oh, no, it's not going to like this, but let's try it. It did like it. So I did all the bases first, and then I did all the points. Okay, don't understand. So that, I would want to do that. That there. So that does that arrow. That I will come back to, maybe? Ooh. No, let's do this arrow first. And then that arrow. So that's those two arrows now taken care of. But then how do I do the others? Because I can't get there. So where are the places that I need to go? There, and there. Okay. So is it the bases that I need to do first? If I did the bases first, that's all. I've covered all the bases. Yeah, that is blocked there, isn't it? As is that. Two places that I need to finish. That does that. That does that. That's everything down there that is done. And that does that, but then it all goes wrong. Let's have a quick look at some of the previous levels. So I haven't touched that. Yes, this one I didn't understand. So it's all. I think it's just do bases first. It's not finish the arrow. You don't have to. It's just you cannot go through the front part until you've done the back part. So I can go through there. I can go through there as well, actually. But no, don't. Start there. Start there. Do that. There we go, and then that. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Okay, why hasn't that worked? Oh, because I haven't done that one. Okay, and then come back around there, and then do that, and then I can do, the top of that, and then that. There we go. You just have to make sure you did the base first, and then the point of the arrow. Okay. That was 7677. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Absolutely no idea. Okay, I've got an idea. You have to go through the arrow perpendicular to the direction that it's pointing. So this is pointing this way, so I actually need to go through it that way. And then I must turn in the direction that it's pointing afterwards. Or is it before? Either. Either before or after needs to be pointed that way. I think that's what it's doing. This disproves that. Oh, no, it doesn't. So I went through it, and there's a... That's your perpendicular. But I can't go through it. Well, that's irritating, isn't it? No. That's what I wanted to work. Or... Oh, any thoughts? That's interesting. What have I got next? So I would want that... Whoops. I would want that to work. Oh, but it hasn't. Oh, okay. Okay. That's interesting. So that both before and after, if I click on it, it satisfies this rule. The other 6 around it satisfy this middle rule. Before and after this rule, the other 6, the other one. Interesting. And that was just a rotation of it, so that's not really anything new. But then we get that. So before and after satisfy that rule. These satisfy the second rule. What was the first rule then? I think the first rule is you go through all the triangles. Okay. So first rule is touch all the triangles. JK has an idea. Evening, Jake. Go for it. Go for it. I'd be intrigued. So that's touching all the triangles. That's rule number 1. Go through the wrong way. Hasn't worked irritatingly enough. Ooh, itchy ear. Can try it on this one though. And why on this one does that not work? So that means there's a difference between a 3x3. Maybe. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Will that work? No. Will that work? No. So we've got a 3 behind it and a 2 in front of it. So do we need more behind it, smaller in front of it? So therefore, we need 2 behind it and 1 in front. So that would be that. There we go. That's what it is. It needs more behind it than in front. So this one, it's got 3 behind it, but it needs less in front. So it needs 2. Will it work? So it's just strictly less. It's a less than more than sign. That's what it is. Will 2 and 1 also work? Yep, it just has to be strictly less. Okay, good. We've got it. Okay. And, oh no. Do I have to, so I also have to touch the triangle. Okay. So there's 2 behind it, and there will be 1 in front. Can a 1 and a 0 work? Let's just go back. Can I do a 1 and a 0? So would don't think I can get that to work for that one actually. Would that work? No, there has to be at least 1. Well, what was it? It was that. Okay. There can be 0 on this side, of course, but has to be directly behind it, I assumed, so it has to be directly connected to it. It was an idea, so it was definitely worth trying. So let's do that. Definitely has to be a start or finish. Does it though? Does it? I think it does. So we're going to need 1 or 2. I think we're going to need 2 here. Or 1 here. Yes, we're going to start here. It's not going to... Oh, it's just strictly less. So that will be doable. It's just strictly less. So I need to go that way on that one. Oh. So that's 2. 0 is less than 2. Fine. It doesn't quite work. Can they point at the same areas? That's an interesting. That's the question. So if I do that, they can point at the same areas, Neil. Yes. So that is pointing at 5, and that's pointing at 3, and they're both doing the same thing. So that's fine. Oh, hello. but behind it they've both got 5, and in front of it they've got none. Four and none. This is absolutely going to have... Oh, that'll work, won't it? There we are. 3, 3, both pointing at 1. There we are. 2 sets of 2s pointing at 1. Nicely rotationally symmetric. That should work. A 5 pointing at a 1 and a 2. Okay, so this is a chain. So if I put a 1 here, a 3 here, and a 5, a 2 in fact. So 5, 1 and 2. What? Why not? Why? Oh, because 2 is less than... Yes, just because I can't count. There we are. That's now putting at none. 2 is more than 1. 2 is more than none. So what has gone wrong? Does it always have to have at least 1? No, we can't have 0, I think. Is that right? There must always be at least 1. There must always be at least 1. Okay. Well, that's greatly disappointing. Let's start here and do that all again, but like that instead. Oh no, that's not quite right. Okay. Is it start there? We're gonna have a big area there. So we've got a 4 pointing to a 3, pointing to a 1. Nice. Little chain going on there. So this has got to have 1. Because we know... but that needs to be at least... Okay, so this... Yeah, there needs to be at least 2. So that's fine. But can it... Okay, can it do that? So we've got a 4 pointing at a 3, which loops around or bends around, and then that points to the 1. Yes! Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. It should be fine. Should be fine. So let's do that. So that's a 4 pointing at at least a 1. But how do I do that twice if I've already used that middle one? Because it just started in a different place. Just start there. There we go. And that should all work. Yes! 2 4s pointing at 2 2s. Hooray! Good evening, Minkette. Good evening. You should absolutely... I'm going to give you permission, Minkette, to promote your upcoming escape room thingy. Permit... hang on. Permit... Minkette. So you've got... Oh. How do I do it? Permit... what am I doing wrong? Why can't... I'm trying, but I'm absolutely failing. What? How do I do it? I thought it was permit, and then... Finally, so you have 60 seconds. Please promote your upcoming escape room thing in London. I don't think, irritatingly, I don't think I'm going to be able to go. I do have free time, but me time is very important to me, and it's all on... What? Let's try that again. Thank you. Right. Have another go if you've not been timed out. So sorry about that. Puzzle. So Minket is doing a showcase of lots of weird and wonderful, strange puzzles at escapearcade.com. It is. Yeah, it does look really cool, Jake. I really want to go, but the days that I'm doing, my weekends are sort of semi-full, so if I have enough spoons, I'll be there. But Mink, probably, I'm so sorry, I'm not going to be there. I am really, really sorry, because I do want to go, but I'm so sorry. I do another one. You've just got to do another one, and I'll come to that instead. Them's the rules. Yeah, definitely take a look at it if you're interested in escape rooms or all form of weird interactive puzzles. Take a look at that. I can't. I'm working. You finish at 5:30, and I finish work at 6, so I very much can't, which is quite irritating. Maybe I'll have to go off sick. Having said that, I got a ping on the COVID app today, which blooming surprised me because I didn't know that anyone else still had it on their phone. I do. I took a train journey on Saturday that was horrendously crowded, and someone on there must have got COVID because I got an exposure notification. But I'm feeling fine. I do have a slightly sore throat, but then I have had one for quite a while. So and I'm still negative. I took a test today. 7-8. This is what I should just do. Just never leave the house. Okay, so why does that work? Works on the other side. In fact, you're still here. That is amazing. Okay, so do you have to go to one side and then do that? So like that, because you've gone to the side of it, and then you do the direction to the side of it. Seems to work. So that would be like... you can't go in front of it on that one. So... But then you can't go in front of it on that one. So on this one, you have to... Is it that? Okay, I just started too early. Interesting. So you start at the base. That's too soon. So you do that. That one, that one. You just can't, which is interesting enough. So that is that one, that. Okay. So that will be that and that. This one will be this and this. Okay. That one will be this one. That will be that and that. Oh, I think that's just those three. No. And that one? No. No touchy the triangles. Is it possible to do it with nothing? No. Are you talking about my vocal cords or the actual dink donks there? That is such a good term for it. Can I just say dink donk? Well, I hope the writing is going well. Remember that some monsters absolutely hate the sight and smell of cheese. And so I think if you're writing an RPG, if any of your adventurers have recently had cheese, I think you should double the monster's stats. How about middle, right, down, left? Right, down, left. Did you mean that? And then middle, up, right, down, left. Middle, right, down, left. If this is row 1, row 2, row 3, column 1, column 2, column 3, where did you mean to start, Mink? And then you can do LDRU for that sort of thing. But yeah, I did have an exposure notification on the app today, which took me by surprise because I'm just genuinely impressed that someone else has the app still going. I think it's, aside from the fact that it tracks you, probably. No, it doesn't. I know it's fine. I'm being paranoid. I think it's a good idea for COVID and that sort of thing, but Never mind. Okay, right. So, that meant look at those two. That meant look at those two. So this means look at these two. That means look at these two. And that means look at these two. But that's not possible with a path. I'm doing so I'm visiting friends this weekend, and I'm really hoping I don't get COVID this weekend, because next weekend there's things that I absolutely really have been wanting to do for months, and I just know I'm gonna get it. I just know I'm gonna get it. Okay, well, let's have a look at the next level and see. So that would be that. That would be that. Don't know about that one. Probably that. That would be this, and that would be that. That seems to me to have too many dead-end paths. I'll have a quick look. Middle B2, right, down, left, up. Does look like a sort of a smiley face, that does, doesn't it? With a square nose. It was worth a try. I think we haven't quite got the rule. I haven't got the exact rule that is going on here. It's not just the one to the side and one up. That feels far too loose to me. It's got 3 eyes, it's fine. How's the champagne? The first rule is don't touch the triangle. No touching the triangles. It's what the second rule is. I really want to play Line Wobbler. This game reminds me a lot of Line Wobbler, and only Minket will know what I'm going on about there. You will be able to play Line Wobbler at Escape Arcade this weekend. Now, why? Interestingly, it's directionally independent. It's directionally dependent. That's important, isn't it? Hence why I'm sort of going that way and then up. Okay, so I'm going that way and then down. So on this one, I'm doing that and then that. I'm doing that and then up. It's directionally dependent. That is a lot of rugby. That is a lot of rugby. So you sort of do up, and then you do that, and then you go down, and then you go up, and then you go right. Sort of go up, and then go up and left, and down. Right, I've had a thought. This just means you need an up. Doesn't matter where. I can't do it here because it touches a triangle. I just need an up. This, I just need 2 downs. And they're connected, I think. So I need just a right and an up. The only way I can do... Can I do it that way round? I could do it that way round. They're just directions. I just need to string the directions together. I need a right and a down. I can do it that way round. Okay, there we go. So I need an up... I need a that. There we go. I swear I tried that. So I need 2 ups, a left, a down, and a right. 2 ups, a left, a down. Oh no, that doesn't work. Yeah, that'll work. There we go. It's just a path. It's just a deconstructed path. So I need 3 rights and 3 downs. So there we go. The moment of inspiration has struck. 7-9. I think we should be able to finish this today. Famous last words. This world. Okay. Is it just you got to touch the ones that it is pointing at? Probably. I mean, that's just a rotation of the previous one. And I mean, it's too simple. There we go. And not touch the base, but there is no base, so... It's satisfying when you work out what's going on, but it's so incredibly irritating, this game, when you don't. Can we do that? We can't do that. Just that. That'll be the same. No touchy the triangles. Can we do it the other way around? We can do it that way round, so it's not directionally independent. It is not directionally dependent. Did I solve this one? I did, but we didn't know why. So it can't do that, can do that, and I assume that. Okay. So I want it to be just touch that one and touch that one, but why isn't it working? Don't know. Let's have a look at the next one. Interesting. What? 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 No. No. Can I start there instead? I can. Now, if I do that, I don't think that'll work, but it will. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, is it? It's just more than less than again, isn't it? Is it? No, it's not more than less than. Maybe it is? It feels like counting is going on. This is 2 and that's looking at 1. This is 2 and that's looking at 1. This is 4 and that's looking at 1-ish. This is a 4 that's looking at 1. I feel like something like that is going on. This is a 3 and they're both looking at 1s. So if I just do a circle on that, it should work. And that, again, a circle will work on that because they're all looking at 1 and there are 9. 9 is more than 1. I'm just going to take that and run away. Right, I'm going to do these last 2 worlds. Last 2 levels, 710 and 7 question mark, and then I'm going to call it an evening. So 710. I mean, could be anything, but not that. That's fine. That's also fine. This is fine. That is also very fine. That is fine. Everything is fine. Okay, so that has not helped. There was one actually. Yeah, you can't. I don't think you can go into the arrow the wrong way, but anything that involves. Hey, we found another one that doesn't work. You have to go all the way, maybe. Like, because that's going that way, you must go all that way. So you must go all that way, and then it doesn't matter what you do elsewhere. Looks like that is what the rule is. Okay, all the way, all the way, all the way. Now. So if you've blocked off a path, either because you've blocked off a path, so you can't go. That's fine. You just go as far as you can. That's just a circle. Yeah. Follow the arrows now. Yeah, I didn't do this one. So I need to do that. Yes, so, okay. Okay. Okay, and you need to follow through the arrow that way if you can. Okay. There we go. But they're going to meet in the middle, right? So Okay. I do just so. Okay, so this. Did they cancel each other out? Did they? I don't know. Why have you decided no? I don't. Ah, there we go. There we go. That'll work. That'll work because I still get to do that. And there's a thing in the middle which stops it. I knew what I meant. Right, last set of levels that's going to completely blow our brains. That... What? What's going on? What is going on? Okay, so I have to start in the circle, finish in the square, but as soon as you go through a triangle, it will then move where you've sent the... Oh my goodness. Because the triangle is pointing up, any future moves, it will move the whole grid up. So if I do this, the next move will send it to the left. The next move will send it down. So it will bring it back up. And then... This is silly and fun, and I like it. Okay, so you've got to make sure that grid doesn't fall off the screen. I mean, sure. What? Yeah, that's fine. That's... Nope. Oh, no. Oh, no, it didn't like that. Okay, no, let's undo that. Of course, that triangle there is just so confusing. There we go. There we go. I mean... Oh, but I'm one of the rules is I'm going to have to go through all the triangles. So that is fine. Eek, eek, eek. Yeah. Oh. Fine. I do, Jake. Yeah. Oh, well. Okay. But there's this. I'm going to have to use this as a left arrow somehow. Surely. Or surely not. Oh, yes, can it? Very, very much on purpose. There's got to be an escape route somewhere. There's got to be an escape route for me to... Okay. Is it just if I do it really quick? Yes, it's going to be that. Oh, maybe not. I think it is, though, because I get pretty far. Maybe not. 1, 2, so I get. There's no keyboard keys. This is all controlled by the mouse. Doesn't appear to be any way to go up or down. Oh, square in the top right. Oh, that's genius, though. Oh, don't tell... I mean, Aiden has got an absolute genius thing that it could be, but I haven't got a second screen that I could do it on. If it is that, that's a bit of a disappointing solution, if only that I'll have to go and move my... oh, Matt Clemson, good evening! 7 was a lovely world. Oh, please hide. Please hide. Have a lovely evening. I'm stuck at the moment, so I won't be much longer, but once I finish this world, I'll be off for the evening. I just... Doesn't need 2 screens. Okay, good. Thank you, Neil. I love the idea that it's this square. Oh, well... Okay, no, that just takes it out of being full screen. But that's clever. That's clever. I mean, so what is something about how I move? So I can move the mouse out of the window and then and then it does that when it comes back in. Yes, let's try that, Mink. Because I mean this. Oh, it might work. Now that's out of the brain thinking. That what I don't know what I'm trying to think. So, that's ridiculous. That's lovely. That's very nice. You have to alter the size of the window so that the squares go down so that when it moves, it's still within. Amazing, amazing.